Hi all. Okay, now we'll go ahead with our next topic, that is hard link and soft link. So here we'll see about what is the hard link a little bit. Then the soft link already we have studied. Okay, then difference between those things and comparison between hard link and copy. Okay, so a copy command will work. That is and hard link will work. Okay, those things we'll see it. Okay, so first thing. Hard link and for soft link we'll use the normal ln command. Okay, so ln command without option if you are using means it is a hard link. Okay, and ln command with minus s option if you are using means it is a soft link. Okay, so here we saw ln. Okay, so one file name. Okay, it's the absolute path we given, then space, and then one more file name we are giving it, so this also we given as absolute path. So what will happen is here abc is a one file is there. For this file one hard link will be created. There is nothing but one more folder or in this maybe in the same folder. Okay, so we'll get the normally you'll get the actually link for that physical existence. Okay, that is nothing but here we are saying is a here abc folder, abc file whatever is there for this file. So you will get the xyz file as a hard link. Okay, so here it may be in same folder. Okay, if you saw here slash user slash mary in folder we are given as a we have as a abc file. Okay, so here also you may have in same folder or different folder. Okay, so but it should be in same file system. Okay, so if it is there in same file system, so you can create the hard link. That means there are two entries for one physical existence of a file. Okay, there are two entries from maybe same folder or different folder. There are two entries like that you can create n number of hard links. Okay, so now next is soft link. There is minus s option if you are using this the physical existence of file. There is a abc file. Then what we are doing is soft link we are creating it. So this can be again in same folder or different folder. Okay, so here if I created a xyz file, what will happen is xyz file will be created. Okay, so it's not as a you are linking to the directly you are pointing to the abc file. So here xyz file will be created. In that file content will be the which links to the abc file. Okay, so I'll repeat it. So here xyz file will be created. Okay, so in that file what is the content is nothing but that is a link to the abc file will be there. Okay, so here you are creating a soft link. By default one new file will be created. If I am saying is if it is a new file means by default in a file system we will be having the inode number. Okay, so here when we are not creating a new file, so it's just pointing it. So here new inode number will not create it. In hard link it will not create the new inode number, but in soft link it will create the new inode number. Okay, so then they will both are pointing to the same memory location. Okay, so this is pointing to the address of this abc. Okay, so it's the soft link. So then limitations of hard link are there's nothing but cannot create a hard link for a direct. Okay, so if you have super user privileges, then only you can create for a hard link for a directories. Otherwise, you can't create it. Then users cannot create a hard link on a file system that refers a file from the different file system. Okay, so that's why we said for a here hard link can't be created from one file system to one file system. Okay, but soft link can be created from one file system to different file system. You can create the soft link, but hard link you can't create it. Okay, so what are the differences? Okay, so here in difference you can list that is a command also, that is this will be used as a ln, this will be used as a ln minus s also. Okay, so along with this it's a normal what are the technically difference will be there. Okay, so hard link does not create a new inode number. Okay, that's while discussing here we are discussing as a so abc and xyz there are two entries for same physical file. Okay, so you will not get the new inode number. Okay, but in soft link abc is a different file, xyz is a different file. There are two different files. Okay, just xyz is pointing to the abc file. Okay, so here new inode number will be created. Okay, so for soft link new inode number will be created. Okay, and in hard link for directories you can't create the hard link, but soft link you can create for the directories. Okay, then from one system to one more file system, hard link cannot be created, soft link can be created. Okay, then whenever hard link will be you're linking, this is nothing but whenever hard link you are creating it, so count will be increased. Okay, there is a reference count, whatever we used to say, that will increase in hard link, but soft link it will not increase it. So what is that is already we have studied here. Okay. Oh, okay. So here we have studied. So in this inode table, we had as a something as a reference count. Okay. So how many from the file table, how many entries are referring here? Okay. So those will be there. So that is a, whenever you are creating a hard link, so that time automatically it will increase the reference count here. Okay. So but in soft link, it will not increase it. Okay, so these are the differences. Now we'll see for ln and copy command. Okay, cp command. Okay, this is a, here already seen, this is a ln. So hard link abc file is there, xyz file is there. Okay, so in Mary here, uh, if you have as a abc file, so in this folder there is a directory file. How it will look is like this. Okay, so inode number will be there corresponding, so consider that different files are there. Okay, so here, okay, I think here dot and dot dot. Okay, those are not visible. First one is dot, second one is dot dot. So each directory will be having the minimum two files. Okay, that is dot and dot dot. So everywhere this is there. Okay, so dot and two dots here. Okay, so that is a current directory and parent directory. It will refer it. Okay, for that two files are there. Those two files you have the inode numbers. Along with that, different files we may have it. Suppose here I have a inode number, that is a 201 for a abc file, and if I created a hard link, so what will happen, xyz hard link will be created. Okay, and inode number will be same. Okay, so if I created as a copy command, what will happen, if I given as a here slash user Mary slash abc for abc xyz, one more copy of this exact file we are doing it. So it is nothing but here new file we are creating it, and content of this file is whatever is there inside abc, everything we have to copy paste it in xyz. Okay, so that's why here if you saw in this table, so you will be getting the xyz. For that you will get the new inode number, and physically you will be having the content also, whatever content is there in abc. Okay, so, everything will be there in xyz. Okay, but if I use it as a ln minus s command here to do this one, so content of this xyz will be the, that is link to the abc file. Okay, just one link will be there for the abc file. Okay, and here also you will get the new different inode number, that is maybe something number you will get it. Okay, here we are written as a 345, maybe you will get some inode number. Okay, like that here what will be there is always you will be getting the, whenever you are creating a mm, soft link or copy command, so you will get the exactly different inode numbers. Okay, and copy command what it will do is physical existence, that is physically whatever in memory content is there, that content everything will copy paste it in one more file. Okay, but in hard link, just link for that same physical memory will be there. Okay, so here abc and xyz here, whenever we are giving the hard link, both are pointing to this only one memory location. Okay, so here copy command there are two different locations. Okay, now we'll go ahead with next file, sorry, next content, that is here, and general file apis. Okay, so what are apis in unix and posix? Okay, they are supporting for a regular files whatever we have studied, or any binary files, or any file types, different file types whatever we have studied, how to open it or how to close. Okay, any operation we can perform for those purpose, what all the files, sorry, what all the apis are supported, those we'll study it. Okay, so here we have as open, read, write, lseek, close, stat, fstat. Okay, so these all things in detail we'll study it. Okay, so along with this API syntax, and we'll study about what all the parameters will pass it. Okay, those all things we'll study it. So first one is open. Okay, so this will use it for accessing a data. Okay, then read, if, to read the content from the file we'll use it. Then write. Okay, so to write the content inside a file we'll use it. Then lseek, so if you want to randomly access some data inside a file, for that purpose we'll use the lseek. So close, whatever file we have opened, that connection will terminate between the process and the system file whatever we have opened. Okay, so for that purpose we'll use then stat and fstat. Okay, so here what are the attributes of file? Okay, so you to check that one we'll use these things. Okay, so fstat is nothing but with respect to file descriptor we'll send it. Okay, then change mode, change owner, these things permission, we can change it. Okay, that is maybe user related, okay, or group related things we can change it. Okay, so u time is the last modified time or access time, that time we can modify it. Then link, here hard link we can create it. Then unlink this thing, what you link here we can create the sorry, this is unlink only. Okay, un link. Okay, unlink, so here we can whatever hard link we have created, that we can remove it. Then you mask, so whatever permissions we have set. Okay, so by default that you can change it, set the default file creation mask, all those things you can do it. Yes, one by one we'll study it. The first one is open. Okay, so here what we will do is normally we will be having the process. In that process you'll call the open call. Okay, that is something but API you are calling whenever you are writing a program. So that process, what it will do is it will actually try to connect the it will establish the connection between the process and the whatever file you are calling it. Okay, so this is how the syntax. So whatever file path name you will give, so it may be absolute or relative. So for that physical file and the process, there is a connection will be established by this open call only. Okay, so it can have take access modes, then permissions. Okay, so here permissions, whatever we have, depending on the file permissions and this process, it can access that file or not, it will check it and it will allow. And access modes will be there. Okay, so what all these things we'll study it. So first one is file path. This is the path you may give as a relative path or absolute path. Relative path you can give as a from the dot or dot um, slash, you can give it, then you can give the file name. Okay, so or absolute path, if you want to use it from the root directory, you have to give slash. Okay, onwards you have to start it. Okay, so depending on whichever file you want to open it or perform some operation, that you can give it. Then next one is access mode. Okay, so access mode here normally will give the integer value. Okay, 0 1 2 3 like that, and some integer value will be there. So depending on this access mode you can perform different things. Okay, so this access mode, it's nothing but you can open a file for a reading purpose only, or writing purpose, or read write both. Okay, so again some you can create it if it is already not exists. Okay, so like that you can give the modes. Okay, so normally you will be having the some integer values. So it is hard to remember to integer values. So what we have is access mode flags we have. Okay, so it's something but the same thing here, whatever will pass it to this access mode, but we are using the some flags. So this flags is nothing but some macros we have defined, and for this macros we have the hard coded values. Okay, that is 0 1 2 3, whatever we are saying, those values are there. So if I given as a O underscore RD only is something but read only mode. For this, some integer value is there. So by default, automatically it will take it and it will open the file for a read only mode. Okay. So I can give as a write only mode. For that, WR only we can give it. O underscore WR only. And if you want to read and write both things, so O underscore RD WR we have to give it. So automatically it will open for read and write mode. Then along with these things, these are the three are the basic ones. Along with this we have some more. Okay, that is you can append it or create it, execl. Okay, so these things are in detail, one by one we will study it. So here first one is append. So it whenever open function will execute successfully, always pointer will point to the first byte of the your physical memory. Okay, so if you want to write in the end, so you have to use this one. Okay, that is o underscore append. Okay, so these flags, whatever we have, these flags, these you can write it along with this permission mode by using or operator, bitwise or operator you can put it here. Then after that you can add these macros. Okay, so these macros you can add it, so whichever you want, that you can add it. But maybe if you're opening a file in a read write mode, okay, so you will give this one macro bitwise, or then you have to give so any of the these things, one or more than one, whatever you require, those things you can give it. Okay, so next here, this is the append. So what it will do is in the end, pointer will point to the end of the file actually. If you are using this one, okay. So by default, open will give the first byte of the file. So if you want to append in the end, so you have to use this macro underscore o underscore append. Okay, so then next one is o underscore trunk. So if already file is exist and you don't want that content, means what will do is you will use this one, that is a trunk. So what it will do is file inside that whatever content is there, everything it will remove it, that is nothing but it will discard. Then file size it will set as a 0. So whatever after that operation you will perform it, depending on that file size will be increased. Okay, then next is o underscore create. So here it creates the file if it does not exist. Okay, so here normally open, it will try to open the file. Okay, so this call it will normally try to open the file. So if it is not there, so you have to create it. So like for that purpose we'll use this create. Okay, then execl, so this macro is used along with create. Okay, and this flag causes open to fail if the file exists. Okay, if already file is there and you're not trying to create it, means so open call has to give as a failure. Okay, so for that purpose you, it will come as a execl will use it. Okay, so next one is non-block. Okay, so here o underscore non-block, this flag what we'll do is, so after opening, so of the file, we'll say as will set as a subsequent read and write whatever operations will perform it. Those should be non-blocking calls. Okay, so without blocking, it has to perform the some operation. Okay, so for that purpose, we'll say as a non-block. Okay, then no ctty. Okay, so this specifies to the user name terminal devices file as the calling process control terminal. Okay, it's nothing but you are saying is a named terminal devices whatever are there. Okay, that should not be used. It specifies not to use the named terminal files. Okay, other than named terminal files you can use it. Named specified files you can't use it, so it will specify it. Okay, then mask will come later. Okay, so here next one is create. Okay, so this create is nothing but actually this is a of here if you saw we were written as a API. Okay, so internally create internally it calls the actually open API only. Okay, so along with parameter whatever will pass it normally here for open will pass as a create. No, so we like this it will take it, and if you want after that whatever mode you will pass it, that mode also it will combine it. So something but here hash define create is written as a substitute for that is open. Okay, so like that it's actually internally it's written. So normally user can use in this one also, that is a create API. So whenever he will use a create API, so you have to give the path. Okay, so this path it will take, it may be absolute or again relative. So then after that what you have to do is you have to pass the mode. Okay, so these modes are again nothing but say read only or write only or combination of those things you can give it. Okay, so then next one is read. Okay, so here uh, what we are doing is a file is already opened, so you have the file table. Okay, so there is a file descriptor you have. So for that purpose for that what we are doing is we are saying is a perform some operation. Okay, so read operation we have to perform it. So here file descriptor will give, so then in which buffer you have to read it, that buffer will give it. So and how many bytes you want to read it, that size will give it. Okay, this is the whatever content you want to read it. There is a, suppose I want to read 100 bytes, so I will give as 100. So, but actually, if in a file, if you have instead of 100 bytes, if you have only 80 bytes, so this read system will return as a 80 only here. Okay, this is a return type to return as a 80. That is something what you are saying is 80 bytes are read it. So, how many bytes it read successfully, that it would return here. Okay, and here size is something but whatever we are targeted. Okay, so we are targeting to read 100 bytes, but maybe successfully it reads 100 or less than that. So that number it will return how many bytes it read, that it will return. Okay, then for write also file descriptor will be there. So whatever open call return we got, that is a file descriptor. That file descriptor will be there. Then from which buffer you have to write it. So in this buffer, whatever content is there, that content you have to write it to the file. Okay. Then how many bytes you want to write it. So in this buffer, how many bytes you want to write it. So here again, return type of this one is, so how many number of bytes you return successfully, that you will get it. Okay. So those many number of bytes you return successfully, you will get it. Then next one is close. So here whatever file you have opened, so that file it will close it. Okay, so file descriptor whatever you have, fd you have to pass it here, file descriptor, so it will close the connection between the actually your process and file. It will close it. So whenever you are using a close function, it will deallocate the system resources. Whatever you are using it, those resources will be deallocated. Okay, if the user is not mentioning the close call, okay, this API is not using it, the kernel will take care the closing the all the resources. So when your process will get over, so that time kernel will take care the uh, whatever opened files are there, that automatically it will deallocate the memory related to that, then it will close it. Okay. So next,